What if I told you that South Africa's biggest surprise ahead of the international season isn't a new player, but a player being asked to do something he has never done before in his professional career? Just days before the Springboks begin another crucial campaign, Rassie Erasmus has stunned rugby fans with a selection call that nobody saw coming. A decision so unexpected that it has instantly become one of the biggest talking points in South African rugby. And if this gamble pays off, it could reveal a completely new dimension to the Springboks game. But if it doesn't, serious questions will be asked. As the world champions prepare to face the Barbarians in Kebra, excitement is building, speculation is growing, and one particular player now finds himself under enormous pressure. Stay with us because this squad announcement has given fans plenty to talk about, and some of these decisions could have major implications for the months ahead. The Springboks are preparing to take on the famous Barbarians at Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, and while many viewed this fixture as just another warm-up match, the latest team announcement suggests there is much more happening behind the scenes. Whenever Rassie Erasmus names a squad, people pay attention. Over the years, he has built a reputation for making bold decisions, taking calculated risks, and often seeing opportunities that others overlook. Time and time again, those decisions have helped South Africa remain one of the most feared teams in world rugby. However, this latest move may be one of his boldest yet. Before we go any further, let me ask you a question. Do you think Rassie Erasmus is making a genius move with his latest selection? Or is this a gamble that could backfire? Let us know your thoughts in the comments because rugby fans are already divided on this one. The biggest talking point from the squad announcement is undoubtedly the selection of Quan Horn at fly half. Yes, you heard that correctly. A player who has primarily operated as a fullback has suddenly been handed one of the most influential positions on the rugby field. It is a move that very few people predicted. For those unfamiliar with the significance of the number 10 jersey, fly half is often considered the brain of a rugby team. The player in that role controls territory, dictates attacking patterns, makes split-second decisions, and carries enormous responsibility. In many ways, the fly half is the conductor of the entire orchestra. And now that responsibility belongs to Quan Horn. The decision comes at a time when several established playmakers are unavailable. Sasha Feinberg-Ngomezulu is injured. Handra Pollard is focused on preparations for the United Rugby Championship final with the Bulls, and Manye Libak has been rested. These circumstances have created an opportunity, but very few expected it to land in the hands of Quan Horn. What makes this story even more fascinating is that Horn has never worn the number 10 jersey in his professional career. Think about that for a moment. A player is being asked to step into one of the most demanding positions in rugby at international level without prior professional experience there. That is a huge challenge. Yet if there is one thing rugby fans know about Rassie Erasmus, it is that he rarely makes decisions without a plan. According to Erasmus, one of the reasons for selecting Horn is his outstanding distribution skills. Anyone who has watched him closely for the Lions knows he possesses genuine attacking flair. He has speed, vision, creativity, and the confidence to challenge defensive lines. Perhaps Erasmus sees something that others have missed. Perhaps this is not simply a temporary solution. Perhaps this is the beginning of a completely new chapter in Quan Horn's career. And when you think about the opposition, the decision becomes even more intriguing. The Barbarians have always represented something special in rugby. They are famous for their attacking philosophy, their willingness to take risks, and their commitment to entertaining rugby. Facing the Barbarians often produces unpredictable matches filled with creativity and excitement. So could the Springboks be planning to fight fire with fire? Could Erasmus be preparing a more expansive attacking approach designed specifically to match the Barbarians' free-flowing style? That possibility alone makes this encounter one of the most fascinating warm-up fixtures in recent memory. As excitement grows around Quan Horn, another major storyline is quietly developing within the Springbok camp, and that is the return of Pieter-Steph du Toit. For many rugby supporters, that news is every bit as significant as the fly-half selection. After more than 6 months on the sidelines, one of rugby's most respected players is finally set to make his return to competitive action. And what a journey it has been. The double World Rugby Player of the Year suffered a shoulder injury while playing for Toyota Verblitz in Japan. Surgery followed, and another lengthy recovery process began. It was a frustrating setback for a player who has consistently pushed his body to the limit in service of both club and country. What makes the story even more remarkable is that this was not the first time he had faced such adversity. Only a year earlier, he underwent surgery on his other shoulder. Yet despite those challenges, he returned stronger and continued delivering world-class performances for South Africa. That resilience has become one of the defining characteristics of Pieter-Steph du Toit's career. Time after time, he has answered doubts with performances. Time after time, he has proven why he remains one of the most influential forwards in world rugby. His return is not just good news for the Springboks. It is a reminder of the determination and character that have made him one of the most admired players in the game. At this point, we want to hear from you. Which storyline interests you more? The surprise selection of Quan Horn at fly-half, or the long-awaited return of Pieter-Steph du Toit? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Springbok news and rugby analysis. Looking ahead, this match could tell us a lot about South Africa's future plans. Warm-up games are often described as preparation matches, but in reality they serve a much bigger purpose. They allow coaches to test combinations, evaluate players under pressure, and discover solutions before major competitions begin. For Rassie Erasmus, this game is an opportunity to gather valuable information. Can Quan Horn handle the demands of fly-half? Can the attack function effectively with a different style of playmaker? Can returning stars like Pieter-Steph du Toit immediately regain their rhythm? Every minute on the field will provide answers. And perhaps most importantly, this match offers a glimpse into the future direction of the Springboks. One thing that has always separated successful teams from great teams is their ability to evolve. Opponents study patterns, strategies become familiar, and eventually change becomes necessary. The best coaches understand this. They know that innovation often involves risk. And right now, Rassie Erasmus appears willing to embrace that risk. Whether it is introducing players into unfamiliar roles, experimenting with combinations, or exploring new tactical possibilities, the message seems clear. South Africa is not standing still. The world champions are still searching for ways to improve, and that should excite Springbok supporters because history has shown that when South Africa combines talent with innovation, they become incredibly difficult to stop. As Saturday approaches, anticipation continues to build. Fans will be watching every pass, every tackle, every decision, and every moment involving Quan Horn and Pieter-Steph du Toit. Will Horn seize his opportunity and prove he belongs in the number 10 jersey? Will du Toit remind everyone why he is considered one of rugby's elite players? And will Rassie Erasmus once again show why his bold decisions so often pay off? Those answers are coming soon. One thing is certain, this is far more than just a warm-up match. It is an audition, a comeback story, and a test of courage, trust, and ambition. For several players wearing green and gold, it could be the beginning of something very special. As the Springboks prepare to run onto the field in Kebra, all eyes will be watching because sometimes the biggest stories are not found in the final score. Sometimes they begin with a single selection, a bold decision, and a coach willing to take a chance when nobody else would. And on Saturday, we will find out whether that chance becomes a masterstroke.